You are a Pandaren, born and raised on the mysterious Wandering Isle. While many of your fellow Pandaren prefer a tranquil life, the lure of adventure burns in your blood. Recently, the Wandering Isle has begun erratically weaving about the world's oceans. The air grows cold, and your island home is spiraling toward disaster. As one of the most promising of students at Master Shang's monastery, you may just be the salvation for your people. But first, you must complete your training.
Hello again all, this is Eatmopie, and this is the Pandaren Starting Zones playthrough / guide. But Pie, we've already seen this a million times. Yes, you've watched people dawdle through this zone in early beta and show you the quests the first time they do it, but this is different. I've done these quests 8 or 9 times at this point, and this is the final version of the zone. Nothing has changed in the last 4 or 5 patches. I don't think anything will. All the bugs are fixed, and even the end cinematics are in the game now, so you'll get to see those as well. And there's a few other reasons why I want to do this guide. The first reason is I am very seriously considering rolling a Pandaren for release. Now, 3 days ago I was 100% set on being a dwarf monk for the live release. But after that cinematic trailer came out, I am second guessing that decision. Because Pandaren are just freaking awesome. And yeah, so I'm seriously considering that. It might really be a thing. And as you can see, this is the second quest. The first quest, you run down, you equip a weapon, and you run back and turn it in. The second quest, you come down and you kill 5 punching bags. You don't need to hit the 6th one. That was just for good measure, I guess. Anyway, you turn that in to Master Shang Z, and you run down here to fight a few trainees. It doesn't matter what trainees you pick, you just have to fight 6 of them. Now, you might have to take a small break in between here to regen your health, because you actually could die fighting these guys if you fight all 6 straight in a row. The only ability you have right now is jab, so, you know, it's basically all you hear is, I don't have enough energy, not enough energy, not enough energy, for the entire time that you're doing this, until you hit level 3 and get Tiger Palm. Those macros are just /played and /bow. You need /bow for your Peak of Serenity quest when you go up there. Well, you don't need it, but I'm lazy, so I do need it, because you have to do it a bunch of times throughout your leveling. And /played, I've been practicing leveling a lot. I decided not to do RAF. Because I don't know. I have issues with it. I think whoever does get world first with RAF is not going to be seen as legitimate. And they're going to have a lot more negative comments than any good praise for the hard work that they put in. For the little bit of hard work that they had to put in by staying awake for 24 hours to level up to 90. But anyway. Yeah, so no RAF. Probably no world first. I might still get a server first. Who knows? I'm certainly going to be one of the first legitimate level 90 monks that doesn't use RAF, if not the first. But anyway, yeah, so that's it, /played, and finish off killing these guys. Master Shang will give you another quest here. You got to grab the flame out of his hand, and then you run all the way up to the top floor and burn a scroll. And that's it. Jump back down, turn that in, and he will give you one more quest, and you're out of the choke point. Yeah, that's what this little area is. This is a choke point. When you first log in on that first night, there is going to be 5 million new Pandaren here. Hopefully you can get in before a lot of them, but this is the choke point. If you get past this part and you get to this Jiaomin Row quest before the majority of people, you're going to be so much better off and enjoy your experience so much more than waiting around for quest mobs to spawn and things like that. Jiaomin Row, he's down here across the bridge. Now, he's one of those NPCs that you fight, and all you have to do is tag him. There's going to be probably a few people fighting him when you get here, or a few people come along and help you while you're fighting him. and you just need to tag him before he dies, and you'll get credit for the quest. So that's nice. Now he's definitely not hard, and like I said, you'll probably have a lot of people here and just blow him up. But there are some NPCs with abilities in this starting zone that you need to actually pay attention to. You know, things like you got to get out from in front of them, or they're gonna stun you, or whatever. They build it up, and the vermin do it, and I think there's a few other ones that do it as well that you just have to watch out for. And they're trying to prepare you for some of the new mechanics and new things that you'll need to watch out for once you get to end game.
Not ready yet. I do not have enough energy. I need to get closer. Not enough energy.
Zhao Monroe, he's down, and Master Shang came down to the bridge to turn that in. He's going to give you another quest. You get to run around and enjoy the scenery as you go meet the merchant, and he's going to give you some more quests.
Chugga 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 chugga. Woo woo!
That train emote is, if that's not enough reason for you to roll a Pandaren, then I don't know what is. So you may notice the wild baby in the background. Every time I do a train emote in game, he gets all excited and shakes his head yes like it's the greatest thing ever. So here's Merchant Lorvo, and he has two quests for you. One is to kill and loot these little imp guys, and the other is to save his cart driver. And they're all kind of connected. If you just follow the path that I follow here, there's hardly ever, as many times as I've done this, and I've done this with big groups of people in the zone, I've never had anybody go along the wall the way that I do. And it just, yeah, it's set up perfectly because you get exactly the number that you need. And it takes you right to the cart driver. And you're also going to ding level 3 on this quest, so you won't have that not enough energy. Every 2 seconds you'll actually have Tiger Palm to do some damage. Because these first 3 levels are freaking grueling as far as actually killing stuff. AoE looting is good. I love it. It's great. Thank goodness they finally added it to the game. It's so hard to even play live right now. I went and farmed all my leatherworking. I went and skinned everything I needed to level leatherworking on my monk. And it is so miserable not having AoE looting. But yeah, so make sure you do loot, because as you see here, I forget to loot the last one. I was in a hurry. You make mistakes when you're in a hurry, and I just wasn't paying attention. So yeah, wasting time. Finally have Tiger Palm, dinged level 3, and you can see how much faster you kill stuff with it. It's outstanding. This is the cart driver. You gotta save him. Basically, one always stays and the rest just run away. And at this point, you should only need that last one. So just don't forget to loot them, like me. Anyway, once you finish those, you head back to Master Lorvo here, or Trader Lorvo, or whatever his name is, Merchant Lorvo. Yeah, turn that in. And then I realized I didn't loot that last one, so I got to get another one. But this is where they introduce Asa. Asa is the Alliance. I don't know what you'd call her. She's not really an emissary because she's a Pandaren, but she's the one that goes Alliance. That's what she is, and she's one of the main characters throughout this starting zone. And you'll also meet G Firepaw. He ends up being the Horde guy. He goes Horde, but and you'll see how that all takes place in the awesome cinematic they just added at the end. But anyway, she's got a quest for you here. But you've got to run around these rocks and up into this cave here where she's going to be meditating. But she just jumps right up that stuff, and that is bullcrap. You should be able to jump like that as well. You're a top martial arts student. Now this quest is phased, so once you get here inside of the little cave, anybody that's on this quest is going to be in there with you as well, and it's all shared. So you know there will be more mobs coming in if there's more people. Generally, you get 2 or 3 by yourself. If there's 2 people, you're going to get 4 or 6, and so on and so forth. And it's all shared. You get a little meditation bar at the bottom, I guess you'd call it, and as you kill them and she meditates, it fills up. Once that's done, you'll turn that in. But, this is a nice, easy quest. These things die really quickly, especially now that you have Tiger Palm. Rotten little imps interrupted my shuffling. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit.
That ability is not ready. Not ready yet. That ability is not ready yet.
Okay, that was Ace's introduction quest, and now we're going to meet G Firepaw, who is my favorite NPC in the entire starting zone. He's just awesome. So, over the beta, they've changed some of G's voiceovers. It used to be even funnier than it is now. But here's one of my favorites.
Take that, monkey butt! I need to be closer.
Yeah, take that, monkey butt. Anyway, he gives you a quest. You need to kill 8 Hosen. And this is your first time meeting the Hosen, which end up being a horde faction. Well, some of them are anyway. There's a bunch of different types of Hosen. Anyway, these are easy enough to kill. Now they are kind of annoying because they do jump on your head from time to time, and you can't hit them then. So you just kind of move on and wait for them to fall off. In the beginning of the game, when beta first came out, you could roll at level 1. So you could just roll and they would fall off your head, but I don't know if Blizz forgot to change that mechanic or forgot that these guys did it or just don't care. But either way, it's not that big of a deal. Now, you got to remember that you don't have BOA gear on, and I've been leveling a lot with BOA gear, with my heirloom gear, and it's difficult to get used to not having it because you can actually die. If you pull 3 of these Hosen, there's a real good chance that you're going to die. So 2 is fine. 3, you might die. The first few times I did this zone, I legitimately died a couple of times. There's a few mechanics that you can just die on, or a few packs of mobs that if you pull too many, you're going to die. And I'll show you one later, but yeah, just a heads up. The time to act is always now. Turn that into G. He gives you 2 more quests. Collect roots and kill an elemental with some quest item that you have. Both very easy. There are Hosen Pats, and this is one of those ones that if there's a lot of people here, you're going to have to wait for spawns because you got to pick crap up off the ground. That is one of the negatives of this zone, is you have to do every single quest in order to move on. You can't skip any of these. You just have to play through what Blizzard wants you to play through. And I mean, it is a great story as you get through. I mean, it all makes sense. There's a little drama at the end, but whatever. It is a good story. This is the best starting zone they've ever done, hands down, without a doubt.
Not ready yet. I cannot do that yet.
So here's the shrine. You use your little quest item. It'll summon a lightning elemental, and you just beat his ass. It's really easy. And make sure you loot him because he drops the quest item you need. So that was Quaking Palm. That's the Pandaren racial, and it puts your target to sleep for 4 seconds. It also cancels their spell casting. That's what I was going for. But you saw I used it earlier. I put a Hosen to sleep when I pulled too many. It's a neat little thing. The only downfall of it is its melee range. So you literally have to have somebody up on top of you to use it. But yeah, a neat little racial CC. Anyway, that's it. You get your 5 roots, you collect your elemental juice, and head on back to turn that back into G. Now, you want to try to avoid these Hosen. I don't know if you noticed this, but monks at this level, especially without the heirloom gear, kill stuff fairly slowly. And no matter what, you're going to be level 12 when you exit this zone. That's just the way that Blizzard has it set up. Unless they do allow us to get our heirloom gear as a Pandaren in the starting zone, then you're going to be substantially higher than that. But I'm not sure if they're going to do that. They haven't responded to me. I've put up several forum posts because I want to know. It really is one of the determining factors of if I'm going to be a Pandaren or not, because I do want to level quickly. Anyway, avoid the Hosen. It's not worth killing them for the 30 experience that you get. Master Shang gives you another quest once you turn those in, and he wants you to head over here to the Cave of Wonders. It's not actually what it's called, but that's just what I've always called it. And you're going to finally meet the Fire Elemental, but first you have to pass a few tests. Okay, Shrine of Inner Light. Don't stand in the fire. That's pretty much it. It's not this isn't one of those areas where you can die. You're gonna take like 20 damage if you get hit by a fire stream. And this is Master Li Fei. You're gonna have to fight him in a minute, but the first quest is you turn it in, you get a new one, you light the stick that you get on the pyre, and you just run around and light the different pyres around here, or braziers, or braziers, or whatever they're called. So you turn that in, and you get a whole bunch of buffs, and Master Li here is going to kick you in the ass. Literally, he's going to kick you in the ass a bunch of times. It's kind of annoying. And this is a long, long fight. You cannot die. It is absolutely impossible to die on this fight. It's just silly. But it takes forever. So I don't know if that's intended, but it seems like it's actually gotten worse as the beta has gone on. This fight is long and boring. Now, one little note that I would like to mention is Feet of Fury. Master Li can do Feet of Fury. It's very similar to Fists of Fury, only he uses his foot. And that leads me to believe that Blizzard someday may give us something awesome like a glyph that gives Windwalkers Feet of Fury. And if any Blizzard employees watch this, please make that a thing, because that would be freaking awesome. You can see the buffs that I get from lighting those pyres. I get increased damage, increased health, and increased regen, I believe. Anyway, it's pretty much impossible to die, so...
That ability is not ready. Not ready yet. I cannot do that yet. That ability is not ready. Not ready yet. I am out of range. I cannot do that yet. That ability is not ready yet. Not ready yet. I cannot do that yet. Not ready yet. That ability is not ready yet.
You are most welcome.
Ding, level 5. Turn that in, you get level 5, you get roll finally. And you also have access to pet battles, as long as you have pet battles learned on one of your other characters. Anyway, Master Li lets you pass now, and you finally meet the Fire Elemental, I don't know how to say his name. I have some serious issue with pronouncing Asian names. But he's the Fire Elemental. He becomes your buddy. And this is where your roots come into play. You picked all those roots and now you throw them into the fire, and yeah. Yeah, whatever it is, the Fire Elemental. He gives you a little speed buff, and it's time to go to the Temple of the Five Dawns and show Master Shang that you completed his test. I went for the side-to-side juke on the Hosen, and I failed miserably. But you don't have to fight them; just keep running. You got this speed buff, so. So you can see my slash played is just over 20 minutes. That's not too bad. I could have done better if I would have looted all the mobs I was supposed to when I killed them, but not by a whole lot, maybe a minute or so. So you turn that into Master Shang and you start heading to the next area. This is where I'm going to end episode 1, and I'm going to leave you on a note of creepy, creepy children. Stay away from these children. They may eat your face. Eatmopie. I'll see ya.
What you doing? Hi there. Where are you from? I'm growing a beard. Hi there. Where do turtles come from? I like climbing trees. Did you ever eat a bug? Watch what I can do with my lips. You sure got a lot of questions. Okay. You're weird. Who are you supposed to be? I'm growing a beard.
This video is part of the Way movement. Learn more at tgn.tv.